So here was the article. Unfortunately, Valorant took it down. Riot took it down because obviously somebody made a goofy goof. They were not probably supposed to leak this publicly. Probably this was an internal article or something that they were going to post, and unfortunately they somehow data mined the actual article, which is insane to me. But you got to do what you got to do sometimes, chat. All right. So, apparently the new agent is called Killjoy. Killjoy. These notes were found among the files of Killjoy. They are here without alteration. The first file is undated, but there's good reason to believe it was written to roast Brimstone. Okay, Brimstone. I don't really know what that means, but okay, Brimstone, I read your beginner's guide. Maybe too long. All you need to say was, have me on your team. I know you like that thing you do when you yell at the sky, but with me, tactics beat firepower. So let me remind you how I've already thought of everything. First ability, Alarm Bot. Equip and deploy a bot that hunts down enemies who dare to get in range. When my killer robot friend reaches its target, boom goes the idiot. Alarmbot not only deals damage, it temporarily leaves affected targets vulnerable to double damage from all sources. Hold equip if you want to recall your deployed bot. I'm pretty sure this is what the Alarmbot looks like, right? I can't full screen it actually. So she puts down some kind of a little thing, and then it's kind of like a spider mine from StarCraft, you know? Where if they get close, it like comes up and explodes. And then if you're in the radius, you take double damage. So it looks like it could actually hit herself too, right? Like she got hit with it, it looks like herself. So she's also vulnerable. And so she'll take double damage too. Okay, sorry, chat. I'm sorry that you guys care about the audio. Okay, let's do it again. Okay. All right, here we go. Alright, so that's the first ability, chat. Now this is the second ability. Sometimes it's good to plant some roots. Deploy a turret that fires at enemies within its 180-degree cone. Hold equip to recall the turret. With my turret, I can hold an area pretty well myself while the others cover the angles that I cannot. Alright, so she's literally a turret agent, which is kind of a weird champ if you ask me. This is the turret ability right here. Let's maximize it. Okay. Very interesting. Very interesting. We'll react to everything afterwards. Nano Swarm. Okay, check this out. Throw the grenade. When it lands, it goes quiet. Then activate the Nano Swarm to deploy a damaging swarm of nanobots and catch the enemy crying. I love this trick. Okay, well. Guess you love the trick. We get it, bro. Alright, that's this ability. Let's watch this one, chat, now. Yes? You throw it at them. It goes boom boom. And it's just an AoE damaging ability. An AoE damaging ability. Like a stink bomb. Or a stink grenade, I mean, from Fortnite. Right? So you can't just sit in the corner. You throw that in their corner and probably gonna die. I don't know how much damage it does. It looks like it might full kill someone, but I'm not. I'm personally not in the agreement that we need more Molly type abilities that make post plans trivial. Anyway, we'll talk about it after. Moving forward now, that's her third ability. Her fourth ability, aka her ultimate, remote detonate at Molly. Yeah, could be kind of OP. Imagine just like Viper, Brim, Killjoy on the same team. Like, you literally can delay the bomb defuse the entire round. Lock down. Her ultimate. You'll have to adjust your timing for the windup, but once you get the device going, it detains. So it basically forces them to stay in the radius or something. All enemies caught in its radius for 8 seconds. Yes, enemy can destroy it, except I built plenty more. I'm not sure what that means, except I built plenty more. But this one's her ultimate here. So she puts it down, and then they're locked down in this circle or something for 8 seconds, if I understood it correctly. I don't really understand how this one works. I don't think anyone really does. Ultimately, I personally think that agents like this lower the skill ceiling. I think that it's pretty misleading and pretty hypocritical, maybe is the word, for them when the game came out in the actual beta. Sorry, before the game was even in beta. When the game was in alpha, they came out and they very publicly said exactly what my chat is spamming right now, which is, to be clear, in Project A, shooting matters. You don't kill with abilities. Abilities create tactical opportunities to take the right shot. Characters have abilities that augment their gunplay instead of fighting directly with their abilities. Now, we have 2 agents in the game, assuming all of this data mine, this leak is actually correct. Now we have 2 agents in the game that have, at minimum, I guess Killjoy, if all this is correct, Killjoy technically has 3 damaging abilities, or two damaging abilities. As far as the turret and then the Molly equivalent. Like her first one doesn't do damage, right? And the alt doesn't do damage. But they're still pretty insane. And having a turret in this game, I think just I mean, is that really the route they're gonna go moving forward? Are we gonna get turrets? Are we gonna get like agents that fly around the map? I mean, we already have Jet. Are we gonna literally just get the bot does boost your damage? Okay, so it actually does. So there's 3. She has 3 damaging abilities. I get it. I got it. So if this is the route that Riot wants to go with this game, then I can't see a world where they don't make some kind of a shield agent. Because if there's going to be turrets and there's going to be a bit like if there's agents that do ability damage and they've already went back on what they said as far as abilities not being able to kill people, if this game is going to turn into Overwatch, there's going to need to be shields. Like, I hate to say it, but I don't know how they can make this game and continue to make agents have abilities that do direct damage and not have some kind of counter to the direct damage. And people are saying smokes and flashes break our counters to it, but I actually kind of feel like if they keep doing this, if they keep making agents that have abilities to do damage, they have to have more of a counter. They have to. So realistically, in my brain, in my mind, the only thing I can think of is having some kind of a tank agent and something that can actually tank more damage, or, you know, suck up the damaging abilities or counter the damaging abilities in some way. Whether that means we need more healers, whether that means we need tanks that actually have shields or some way to actually counter all this stuff, I don't know. But I promise you, if they keep making damaging abilities and damaging agents, then there's going to need more healers, and they will make more healers. I promise you, if they're already making more abilities or more agents that do damage, they're definitely thinking about making more healers. They're probably already thinking about making tanks. Like, you know, I don't know. I don't know what else they can really do. I don't. There's no way they're going to make 2 agents with abilities that do damage and not have at least one more healer. There's no way. There's no way. Sage can't full heal a team. Like, she can't. And if there's going to be so much chip damage from abilities, there needs to be more healing, or there needs to be a tank. So I personally am not a fan of the way that they are doing this. I personally don't think that we need agents that do damage like this. I think that they should stay true to what they kind of promised in the alpha, which made a lot of us switch over. Is at the end of the day, abilities aren't supposed to do damage, and at the end of the day, gunplay is what matters most. But now that there's Raze in the game, now that, you know, assuming this leak is actually accurate, assuming that this is true, like, this is the exact opposite of what they said. This is the exact opposite of the route I personally would take. But you also have to imagine like how many different agents can they really make without having damaging abilities that make them unique, you know? And this is the problem that they have, and this is the problem they put themselves in as game developers. How many different abilities can they add that don't do damage that would make agents unique, right? And I understand this from a game developer point of view, from their point of view. There's just not that much they can really do for new agents to give them to make them feel unique and make agents that come out, like new agents, feel like, oh, this is a new agent, this is something new. Well, there's only so much you can really do. And I understand that, but they dug themselves the hole, bro. They're the ones who said the abilities aren't going to do damage. They're the ones who said it. Like, imagine they literally came out and said they plan on doing 6 new agents a year. If they're going to do that many agents, how many different like styles of agent can you really make? Somebody in my chat just said Morello said the next agent after Killjoy is they're planning on being a support healer. Okay, exactly my point. They're going to start making more supports. They're going to have to make more things like that. And I understand that an agent like Killjoy might not be played in competitive, like it might not be played in pro level, but just thinking about what a turret does, right? Even this example right here, imagine being able to put your turret up right on this side of the wall, and then you can literally crossfire with your own turret. You can literally make your own crossfires as a solo person holding a bomb site. To me, that's insane. That's actually crazy. Like, I understand that probably a flash will flash the turret or a smoke will counter the turret, but you can literally make a crossfire with yourself. Where this game already has a problem in maps where there's so many 50-50 angles you have to clear. Now that there's actually 50-50 angles that are going to be crossfires with their self, I think I don't like that. I don't like that. And again, I'm not going to say she's overpowered. I'm not going to say that her abilities are too good or too bad, because we don't know. We have no idea how much the abilities are going to cost. I think Sage is the highest. I think 600 or 700 is like the highest utility cost of all the agents. So even if all of her abilities together cost 700, why would you ever not get a turret? Even on a pistol round, you can literally turret and crossfire with your own turret. Exactly. Like we don't know the exact damage. They didn't give us numbers. We don't even know exactly what these do. We don't know exactly how much damage all this stuff does. So I just think that like the game already has so many 50-50 angles you have to clear. Now that you can actually put a turret someplace and you have to actually commit to shooting something. Imagine you like on 2 angles in a doorway, like ascent A, right? On one side you put a turret, on the other side you put the boom boom that makes you take double damage. Like, I think that's kind of overpowered. And then you can have a remote controlled molly as well. That like, to me, I can just think of a lot of scenarios that'll be actually insane. So, yeah.